You were coming here to be brutally honest.
I am being brutally honest.
But did you or didn't you with Geri Halliwell? So you're in love again?
No. I'll tell you if I'm in love.
What are you in?
Lust. Sorry.
10 years I've tried to get you to do this.
You have.
Finally, you've succumbed to my advances. Why?
Why not? I'm ready to tell the truth and just be me.
Are you Mel B tonight? Are you Scary Spice? Are you Melanie Brown? What are you?
Everything.
All of them?
All of them.
Are they different people?
No, it's the same person. What you see is what you get with me. You know, I shoot from the hip. I'm a northern girl at the end of the day, from a council estate.
Well, that's the thing. It's an extraordinary story. You know, you're this girl who came from, you know, a very humble background, mixed-race parents, which was not easy, and to then very quickly propel yourself to become one of the biggest pop stars on the planet. It's a remarkable... Well, it's true. I mean, Spice Girls are the most successful female band of all time. You're the female Beatles.
I like that.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, I think it was all a bit of a whirlwind, but between us five, we were just 5 girls having fun, touring the world, spreading girl power.
How close are you to the other girls? Because one's here.
Yes.
Mel C. But what about the others?
Well, I saw Geri last night. Oh, God, Mel. Oh.
You can't take a camel to the Oasis and not give it a drink. What happened?
Well, I had to have a shoe fitting. Geri was very persistent, as she is. I'm coming over at 7. I said, no, I've got my daughter here and I've got the shoe fitting. Have you been fitted for your shoes yet for the tour?
I'm not wearing trainers.
You still need to be fitted.
For trainers?
Yeah.
I'm just going down.
Sorry.
I'm here.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
I'm literally sitting here.
Sorry.
Interviewing you.
So I had a couple of hours having my shoe
Clearly, I mean, you two are clearly good mates then. Of
course they are.
Right?
Yes.
But Geri?
I mean, I love Geri to bits. Are you kidding me? But she's batshit crazy. But I adore her. I absolutely love her.
I mean,
and then Emma...
no disrespect, but for you to be calling somebody else batshit crazy...
You see, I'm crazy in just like a humble northern way. Geri's crazy in a different way, but she's very intelligent. But we love her for that, don't we, Mel?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Baby, presumably, is just lovely, right? Everyone agrees with
sweetheart,
that.
yeah.
Right? One of the nicest people you'd ever meet. Posh?
Bit of a bitch, but I love her. I knew you were going to ask me that.
Oh! How does that manifest itself?
Well, I mean... Us 5 were together, and now we're going on tour as 4. I'm gutted she's not going to be with us. But I'm still going to hold that candle and hope that she will be.
If I could trap you on a desert island for the rest of your life with one other Spice Girl, and I agree it's a bit awkward because one's in the room.
Well, I've got, like, 4 great options.
You can only have one.
You would survive with Mel C because she's very practical and she'd just help you live. You know what I mean?
It would be Mel C?
No, I haven't finished yet. Emma would be good to be able to sleep at night because she's very cuddly and very mumsy and warm. Geri would be good if you were bored because she just wanted to talk. Victoria would be good because maybe she'd, like, pay for somebody to fly a jet over to rescue us. So, I mean, my options are very far and, you know, a lot.
Well, come on, you can have one. You've been through the options, you've weighed them all up.
I'm not going to, because we started off as a group and we will survive as a group. I don't have to choose one.
When you were in the Spice Girls, apparently when you asked for room service, Mel C would answer the door in a T-shirt, Emma, Geri and Victoria would be in bras and pants. You would walk in completely naked and accidentally drop the towel.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yeah, because I find that funny. Wouldn't you find that funny? To walk in as the room service guy or girl,
Yeah.
and you meet one Spice Girl, then another one, and the clothes get less and less and less, then, oops, bingo, here I am. Let me sign that.
Is there anything you don't like about your appearance? Is it all what you were born with?
Come on, you know it's not.
Let's go through the charge list. Boob job?
Well, you can say it in a nicer way. Breast augmentation.
Apologies. Have you had breast augmentation?
That is correct.
Any other, like, surgical stuff?
I've had a few nip and tucks. That did not sound right, did it?
We're coming to your boyfriend in a minute. It wouldn't have been easy for you to grow up in Leeds at that period of time with a white mother and a black father.
No, it wasn't easy for my mum and dad. I mean, my mum would hand me to my father when they took the bus just to stop him from possibly being beaten up by racists. You know, so I'd get chased home from school being called the worst words. They called me nigger, packy, oh, God, half-breed, red-skinned, just very derogatory words. And I used to say, well, I'm not any of those. I'm mixed race. I have the best of both worlds. I'm black and I am white. I said to my mum and dad, they've done it again. And what did they say? Sort your own fights out. So, yeah.
There was a club in Leeds, as Cherelle said in the VT, that didn't allow black members.
Yes.
And your dad tried to join and they wouldn't let him.
Oh, no, they wouldn't let him because he was black.
You went back when one of you went to #1, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
What did you say to them?
I said, I'm going to buy this place. You.
The Spice Girls sold 85 million records. That's extraordinary, isn't it?
Just sounds crazy when you just put that number out there like that, for that to be a fact, that us five, that against all odds, writing our own music, borrowing money off people, living off beans and toast, and then we've got that. It kind of makes me a bit stuttery.
In 1998, the Spice Girls were booked to appear on the National Lottery. Only there was a problem. One didn't turn up. Geri had gone.
I was so sad. And I was really, really, really angry. Because we started this together, us five. And it wasn't meant to happen if it's not us five. And she left the day before my birthday just to really stick it to me. What a bitch.
How long did it take you to forgive her?
I don't think I actually properly have.
Even now?
Yeah, and I still remind her of it. I mean, she was round yesterday and I still said to her, why did you leave, really? Why did you leave?
Really?
It bothers me because we're so solid in, and we know each other inside out as five girls.
Let's go back to where it all started for you. You were born Melanie Janine Brown in Leeds in 1975. What was life like for the Brown family away from racial tensions?
It was fun. My mum and dad kind of had the reverse roles. Like, my dad would do all the cooking and the food shopping. My mum would do all the DIY and, like, artexing. For some reason, my mum was really into artexing. Like, artex would be everywhere. Ceilings, walls, everything.
They had to work hard, your parents. Your mum worked as a sales assistant in C&A, took on other part-time jobs, working in a chip shop, cleaning loos in old people's homes.
Yeah. They worked hard.
A lot of sacrifice they made, both of them, for you.
A lot. And I think that's where I get my work ethic from, because I saw my mum and dad work constantly.
Your dad was also quite a disciplinarian, wasn't
Oh, he was very much, my dad, about education, education. That is the only way. So we would get punished, you know, if we didn't have good grades or if we didn't come home with a good report, that all hell would break loose.
And he would physically punish you as well.
Oh, yeah. Over his knee, bash, bosh, bosh. And he used to say, just get it over and done with now. That was back in the day when it was accepted that you could hit your kids.
Your mum threw your dad out at one point. He went to live in a flat. You didn't take that well.
No.
Had a real effect on you.
Yeah, I developed a stutter. Really, really bad. from my dad not being there because I didn't understand why he left. I was still a kid, but it affected me so bad. And I started to have a stutter, a bit like what I'm getting a bit now. But yeah, it was bad. And I used to have to slap my leg to get the word out, just like my dad used to do.
If you're 14 and you're feeling rebellious and your dad's punishing you and it's all just becoming a bit tumultuous for you, and you try and take your own life, what happened?
Nothing really bad happened to me. There wasn't an incident at home or at school. I just felt like I didn't belong. I just felt very alone. I just didn't want to live anymore.
What did you do?
I took a bunch of aspirin. And then my mum that night randomly had a headache and realised that I'd taken them all and took me off to the hospital within seconds to go and get my stomach pumped. And it was never really talked about. It was like brushed under the carpet. And to be honest, in some strange way, I'm glad that they didn't really talk about it because I didn't really have an answer. It was just one of those things. I didn't feel like I belonged.
You visibly recoiled when you heard Eddie Murphy again say those words in that interview, which were very hurtful, whatever the circumstances.
Well, of course, it's not a nice thing to hear. We were both to blame. I wouldn't have said that publicly, and he apologises to this day about that, because that baby was planned. We planned that baby together, and we were madly in love, and it just went wrong. Dramatically went wrong.
Your friend Charlotte thought that he was the love of your life.
No, he is. He always will be.
If you hadn't fled home and then frozen him out in the way that you did, do you think that it may have been a different story, that you might still be together?
I don't think you can say that because it is what it is. And I expected him, you know, like I'm the true romantic kind of love story kind of girl. I wanted him to come and find me. Yes.
You expected Eddie Murphy...
All I did was call my mum.
You thought Eddie Murphy would leave Los Angeles and come to Leeds?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
As he would say in Beverly Hills Cop, get the fuck out of here! That was never going to happen.
Well, it didn't. It didn't.
Do you think, does any part of you think that if he was to be a single guy again...
Stop it.
I haven't said anything yet.
I know what you're going to say.
What's the answer? I've never known you be speechless about anything in your entire life.
Because I respect his partner, his
that.
fiancé.
You described your sex drive as like a Formula One car. How many people have experienced the Formula One Mel B?
I don't think that many people. You know, I've never had a one-night stand. I'm not that kind of girl. Shut up! No! No, I'm
never had a one-night stand?
No.
There's a few famous men whose names I want to throw at you for either confirmation or vehement denial. Peter Andre, obviously, he was your long-time booty call.
Oh, please don't say it like that. He's a really nice guy. He's got a really nice family. I know I did.
You called him your booty call.
You know why? Because he wrote about me in his book. And the Spice Girls didn't know that he was my booty call. So I had to explain it to them that all this time, in different hotels, I would fly him in and then fly him back out.
Zac Efron? No denial?
But no comment.
Right. You've also had relationships with women.
Yeah.
So how would you define your sexuality?
I don't. I don't think I have to. Because you fall in love with whoever you fall in love with. And I just don't have a preference.
There were rumours that you and Geri were, you know, more than just good friends. You'd had a little dabble. Anything you want to share with the group?
Oh. She had great boobs.
So you did?
Well, not really.
Well, you clearly did, right? Yes? Come on, your
Why
book's...
can't you answer for me?
I don't know anything.
Oh, whatever, Melanie.
I don't. This is all new to me.
Come on, your book's called Brutally Honest. You
Yeah.
said you were coming here to be brutally honest.
I am being brutally honest.
So did you or didn't you with Geri Halliwell?
Well, what do you consider as doing it or not?
Did you sleep with her?
Yeah, we all slept in a bed together. But not like that, all of us.
Did you sleep with Geri like that? Yes. Really?
She's gonna hate me for this because she's all posh in a country house with her husband. Oh, but it's the past. But it wasn't a thing. It just happened, and we just giggled at it, and that was it.
How many times did it?
Oh, stop it, you pervert.
This is a bombshell. It's a Spice Girls bombshell.
Yeah.
You've never admitted this before. Have you?
Fuck.
You know you haven't. So people are going to be fascinated.
Yeah, and I've said it now.
I know. I just don't let it go yet. I'm like, you know.
No, because she's going to kill me, and so is her husband. Well, she's not that posh now, is she?
Should we move on?
Yeah.
Yeah, OK. Incredibly difficult time in your life, perhaps the most difficult. Take me back to what made you, for the second time in your life, take an overdose.
I just had enough of such a fake life. My life was great when I was at work because he couldn't get to me. My life was great when I was on the schoolroom with the kids. He couldn't get to me. I genuinely thought, where do I go if I don't go back to him tonight? Where do I go? I was broken.
How many
with
pills?
only one option.
How many pills did you take?
Hundreds.
So you were really trying to kill yourself?
Yeah. And I wrote my note saying, you know, my kids, I want them to go and live and be with my mum.
I mean, for a mum to do this is a really dramatic thing.
Yeah.
Regardless of the background to it. You know, one of your kids is sitting here now listening to this.
Yeah.
That's tough.
It's tough, but for most women in my situation, you don't know what to do.
You took these pills, and when you took the last one, you suddenly felt you didn't want to die.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, my kids, number one. And I felt, I didn't know, it just wasn't my time to go.
Phoenix came to see you in hospital.
Mm-hmm. Well, she just said to me, why would you leave us? And leave us with him? And she was really, really, really angry at me. And I felt so bad. I think that was probably the first time I said to her, I will leave him one day. I promise you. I promise you.
You shouldn't have left hospital. You ripped your own tubes out and
Yeah.
you were gone. Got a reckless thing to do.
In hindsight, I guess so, but I had a job to finish and I'd had my stomach pumped and I wanted to go on that stage because I knew I could and I wanted to go like that without a wedding ring and I wanted to make sure that my friends and my family that I had no contact with knew that I was okay on some level.
You had damage to your liver, to your kidneys. There was significant damage.
Yeah.
You were not a well person.
That was my big cry for help. Surely somebody can see what's happening to me. Come and help me, somebody, please.
Was it the catalyst in the end for you getting the strength to leave him?
Well, I went backwards and forwards a few times, and then I'd get threatened with, I'm going to expose the sex tapes, I'm going to ruin your career, you're never going to be hireable, I'm going to tell everybody about how much you drink and how much you do drugs, which, to me, was devastating.
He, as you know, he's emphatically denied a lot of the allegations. He says it's all exaggerated or...
Who cares about him? I'm not going to respond to him at all. My mission is to educate people. I was talking to an MP at 10 Downing Street and I said, just like sex education in schools, they should teach coercive behaviour and what an abusive relationship looks like. She went, we just got that bill passed, it's going in 2020. It's good.
His response to your claims is that you're manufacturing the whole thing with no proof. That's what he says.
I didn't hear a word you said, by the way.
You had tattoos done. Stefan's name tattooed.
I didn't want to get his name tattooed. And then it was one argument and one fight, and he said, we're going to go and get it done tonight. And it wasn't just his name, it was a bloody long sentence.
Saying what?
Stefan, till death do us part, you own my heart. So you can understand why I didn't want to get that tattooed on me.
When you broke up, what did you do with it?
I asked a surgeon friend of mine, I said, can you just cut that part of his name off my body? Because I want to
Cut it off.
remove him from my life. And that was very symbolic to me. I have it in a cabinet in, like, this
It's like something out of
bottle.
Silence of the Lambs. What are you going to do with it?
No, but you know what it is? That's a reminder to me that I have cut him out of my life. I've left him.
How's your love life these days?
I really love myself. A lot.
Have you been dating again? Has that been easy?
I don't think I'm ready to do that. I mean, right now, I'm just very happy with myself and my kids, and that's it.
That's it? Really?
Yeah.
You've got that face you've been pulling throughout the interview when we all know that's not it.
No, because I have had a really loving intimacy.
Who with?
I'm telling you.
Really?
Yeah.
You're such an open book.
Yeah, but there's some things... Well,
there is-
actually, you know everything.
So there is somebody
I
out
don't
there.
think that person should even be talked about. But for me, it's nice because when I left my ex, I couldn't even be touched. I was terrified and paranoid. I'd wake up in nightmares and hot sweats. So for me to actually feel safe with somebody, let me just feel safe for a little bit, and then I'll tell you when I'm comfortable to talk about it.
So you're in love again?
No, I'll tell you if I'm in love.
What are you in?
Lust.
Your father's death must have been, after all you'd been through, a very difficult time, obviously, but particularly so given all the estrangement that you'd had in the years leading up to it.
Yeah, it was such a shame. When I saw him, he didn't even look anything remotely like how I remember my dad looking like. But he sounded like my dad when he managed to whisper, I love you.
I mean, that was an amazing thing, that
Yeah.
even in that condition, that was all he said all day. Just those three
Yeah.
words to you.
Yeah. I felt really bad. Because I hadn't seen him in so long, and then I see him like that. I felt really bad, and I felt really angry at my ex-husband, and I felt really bad for my kids. I've always felt bad, but I couldn't tell him. Right before I said to him, you can go now because I have to go and divorce this monster. And he just looked at me and took his last breath. And that gave me the strength. Because I'm like, I've said it to my dad, so now I have to do it. And I just wish he was here. I just wish I could, you know, just like see him one more time and all that kind of stuff. You know, if only I would have gotten out of that relationship sooner, I could have spent more time with him and more time with my family and not damaged everything in the process. But at least I got to see him, and he gave me that strength.
How pleased are you that you and your mum got back together? And
I'm very, very thankful that I can restore my relationship with my mum, my sister, my best friend. I'm glad that I can do that now, freely and lovingly, and we can all start healing together as a family. Can we talk about something happy now?
we're going to. The Spice Girls tour has sold out in seconds. How excited are you?
Oh, my God. It's like I've said it for so many years. It actually fucking happened.
And you're back on stage. How is that moment going to be for you?
Oh, you have no idea. It's actually undescribable. It's like everybody is there in support of you and you're giving them what they want to hear and they're singing it back to you. It's like this free-flowing love and you're a rock star up there. And you're singing your music that you wrote with your best mates. It feels electric.
The first time round, it kick-started a whole new life for you. In a way, this time, it's the chance to kick-start a whole new life again.
Yeah, in more ways than ever. For me personally, spiritually, physically, mentally, financially, everything. It's like I've hit the jackpot. I am now back to being me, and what better place to be back in than with my girls, Spice Girls.
Mel B, thank you very much.
Thank you.